So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from the brand new grandstand at Brighton Rugby Club Resource Code Sports Field. We are getting ready to go. I didn't think I was going to be on camera, so I'm not ready to adjust. That's a debut for my legs on camera.
Lovely legs, Dave.
But this is the view of the brand new playing facilities here and the changing facilities here. Top notch here at Brighton at the moment.
Absolute cracker day.
As we get ready, I think we were talking to it. Now the pitch doesn't look great, but plays wonderfully at the moment.
It's a good, hard, fast surface.
Yeah.
There's good grass cover out there, but there's a few sandy patches in it, as per usual.
Yeah.
It's just always the way. This time of the year, training, and games on it, it does wear a bit thin.
I think it's we managed to sort out the sprinkler as well.
Yeah, there's still a couple of wet spots out there, but hey, we've got to have some soft areas out there.
There is, and as I went down between the two games, there was a few spots of rain starting to fall.
It's threatening big time on the horizon.
But I think it'll just speed us up. I don't think it's going to cause us any major problems. I think we'll just get a nice, fast top. We're not going to see it cut up too much.
No, I don't think so either.
No, because it's very sandy here as well, which has always been a good thing about Brighton, is it never really gets waterlogged.
It drains very well.
Because it's very, very sandy as we look out over
Might
into
just soften
the...
a few of those impacts.
the Gulf of St. Vincent and back around to where the rugby is today. And as we get ready for the teams coming out, and teams will be led out today by bagpipes. In memory of George Skelton, father of Clark Skelton, passed away this week. So the bagpipes will lead them out. Massive
loss for the club with Clark. He was a player that brought so much in the short time that he was here.
Yeah, so it is a big day for Clark as we see them lead out in new colours again, and I like it.
It's a one-off jersey for today.
I like it, and I like it a lot. Is there a reason for it?
It's the 70th year jersey, and it's in the style of the original jersey.
It's very nice. I like it. I'd like to see it stay. As old Collegians come out in there,
in their old jerseys.
Old jerseys. They seem to keep it as it is. So they will come out. Now this is interesting. We'll get into it after a moment of silence for George Skelton. So a moment's silence for George Skelton. Clark Skelton will be out there today. While that was happening, I did say I wanted to talk about it. It's really interesting where we sit at the top of the ladder at the moment. So how I have it at the moment as we stand, we have Burnside will be top on 50 points.
It's Premier Grade. This
is Premier Grade. Burnside will be top because obviously the other games are done. So Burnside won their game against Port Adelaide 106-0. Onkaparinga beat South, but only 21-19, so just a 4-point win for them. So we've got Burnside on 50, Brighton on 49, Old Colds on 47, and Onkers on 44. So
whoever wins this,
whoever wins this will go top of table this week.
For this week.
The top 4.
And then next week we've got Brighton Onkers, and you've got Burnside College.
Yeah,
so it could change yet again.
It could change again. The top 4 maths. I think if you look at Onkaparinga, they'll be on 44. South's on 32. So Onkaparinga basically nailed into that 4th spot. So our finals is covered.
So the top 4 are done.
Now you're playing for your second chance in your minor premiership.
Yes.
And can Onkaparinga get there from 44? Yes, they can.
Of course they can. It's a mathematical nightmare.
It is.
It's a must-win game every game.
It is, and we are off and running. The restart goes.
Lovely take.
Great take. And the Old Collegians will have first bite of the cherry. Off and running, here we go. Out to man on the far side. I'm expecting to see a different style of game from both of these sides at the moment.
I still think we'll see Collegian play their wide, expansive game at every opportunity they get. Although Brighton will work hard in defence and jockey across and shut it down.
Penalty. Adam Bethel in the middle. Second A-grade game that he's done on the broadcast in a week.
So Nathan Satala kicking for touch.
Nathan Satala in at 10. Will go into the 22.
He will run the back line like a general from 10. He does it from 15 as usually, but he's in closer now.
I'd like to see, because we've got Selwood back at, Joel Plummer back at fullback.
15, yes.
I'd like to see them swap every now and again. Keep everyone on the toes.
I'm sure we'll see that.
Bartlett gets it stolen.
Ripped by Satala.
Inside, Monfries is trying to just rally his troops. Now they can go, just looking for a little bit of space. Out they come to Jenkins. Jenkins will send it flat. Steps inside, covering tackle comes across towards the 5 and lost forward. So Rockaborough has to clear it, but does.
Wobbly old kick.
Good enough, and that's the 13. Tremaine. It is Tremaine Butler. I didn't recognise him with his haircut. He also looks like he's filled out a bit. Tremaine Butler in at 13, just slow to get up and to come back.
So Brighton line out, just outside the 22. A lot of movement there.
Here we go, and can they get going forward? Jaden Phillips gets control at the back. Travis Collier.
Good hustle.
Travis Collier wearing headgear this week, possibly to cover up the old salt and pepper. Jenkins stands at first receiver, gets there eventually, then will just lower his shoulder and go. Phillips to Brown. Nice to see Logan Brown back on the field as well. He's had a couple of weeks out. Collier to Wood, the flying Frenchman.
From a standing start though.
Tend to have a good game after making their commentary debut.
He should stick to playing. Nick Simpson, good with ball in hand. Makes the gain line.
Just can't quite get there. Collier again looks for a little cheeky box kick over the top. Doesn't quite get there. Fleetwood Piper sends it back to Monfries, who just puts the foot through it.
Very nice.
The bounce will kick away. How's the chase? Plummer's going to look to try and counter-attack inside to Satala. Wasn't quite expecting it. Beats the first tackle as usual. Satala can't get past the second. They're away again. Little pick and go from Brown. Brown will give it to Simpson. Simpson towards the 10-metre line. Collier again to Cook. Little show and go from Cook. Met and driven back eventually. Support will come. Collier looks for safety and forward. Simpson has to go again. Again manages to shake away. Find himself back at the gain line. Satala out to Plummer. To Butler. Butler finds a gap inside. Last ditch tackle, good enough.
Yeah, well mowed down.
Out the back to Wood. Wood manages to keep his arms free and can keep it going. Collier to Plummer, who is standing in at that 10 position. I think Satala just happy to take up whatever position he wants when he wants. Satala again steps back inside, met by 3 Old Collegians jerseys. Does finally get to ground. Collier happily just takes a little bit of pace out of the game, which is then injected again by Wood, and then he'll find Tulawaki. Tulawaki trying to find his way around the outside, dealt with by Rockaborough and turned over. Monfries again, just kicks it behind. Advantage for the penalty, so back we come. Wow. And after all of that, I can welcome Pete Cross.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Pete.
Afternoon, gentlemen. Yeah, good to see you again, Red.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
A bit sore after getting whacked many times by Red out there, I reckon.
Yeah, it's, I saw the second half of that third grade game, and it looked like there was...
it was physical.
There were some old fellas out there enjoying it. You always tell that it's a third grade game by the amount of time it takes people to stand up and move away from a breakdown.
They don't.
They don't. And there's a lot of cries that someone's injured when they're not. They're just having a bit of a rest.
Resting, yeah.
We need more water. It was warm out there today too.
Should be. It was. We've had, well, if it rains, we'll have 3 games in 3 completely separate conditions.
Yeah, well, they're
playing in Victoria.
4 seasons in one day.
Correct.
So that is Butler, who came up properly before, and he's just getting that left shoulder looked at.
Likely it looks like just that stinger. You just got to kind of shake it out. It sends a bit of a shockwave through the body when they happen.
Play to continue. We've got a college line out midway between 10 metre and the halfway.
So all Collegians will have it, and it's one of those games where you're probably going to have to be on your A game even up here, because I don't think we're going to have much respite. Here we go again. Satala. Flat ball into midfield.
Ethan Yulee taking the ball.
Collier will get there again. Nakarawa, not Nakarawa, Tulawaki thought he wanted to go, and he does want to go. Borderline in front of it, but he's got away with it. Trying the old Nigel Lamsam. Ali Wood again. Flat ball to Cook. Cook will just lower the shoulder and off he will rumble. Dawes tries to hold him up. Does hold him up, but they manage to keep it moving. Then they will get to ground. Collier again will find Plummer. Plummer with the short ball, and again, a little bit of man and ball. No calls again. Penalty.
Jack Butler hit ball at the same time. We'll go back for penalty for, what was that for?
Not rolling away, but I felt...
Oh, in their breakdown, yeah.
I'm not sure where the tackle was, but anyway.
It's very good for Brighton. You play the game at that pace, you're going to start milking penalties out of the other team as they're just desperate to get out of the roll and get back on their feet, and you catch players offside.
Yep, it's the 1 second breakdown, isn't it?
Yep.
You just hit and go, hit and go. And it's hard to defend.
Well, I think we're going to see that from both sides.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Two very expansive teams out here.
Now, Nathan Satala is wearing a number 10 on his jersey, but I've not really seen him play a number 10 role yet. Not that I dislike it, and he's gone, and nobody's there. And away come all Collegians, not smashed to the ground, but they're still going.
Fantastic covering tackle by Judd Barrett.
Man, absolutely smashed by Wood, but managed to roll away. There's an injury concern for all Collegians in the background. The little kick over the top. How's the bounce? We'll put Plummer under pressure, and Rockaborough nearly got there. Just trying to have a look. That's
Jack Campion, isn't it?
No, it's Harry Hosegood. Jack Campion's got the blue headgear on.
You see this line out again, they've popped it to no one.
Yeah, what happened?
Collier was nowhere.
Where is Collier?
He's just at the top of the screen there.
Whatever that play was, they might have to put that play back in the bag, I reckon.
Yeah, that one there wasn't pretty. They just lost themselves 70 metres.
Just a little bit of miscommunication, and he's still going. His Hosegood. Hopefully just a little bit of a jar rather than anything serious, because I have known people do an ACL and manage to get up and play for the next couple of minutes before it well and truly gives away. But Phillips, big pressure throw for him.
It's loose.
Messi,
and it could be scored.
Not gets there, and not gets over. Try given. 8 minutes gone. And now they do come from everywhere. Now they do come from everywhere, because we talked about this before you got here, mate. The winner of this goes top.
Really?
That's what we think.
Really?
All the results are in today. So as we stand, Burnside
wonderful leap.
Burnside are on 50, Old Collegians 47, So even a 4-point win will get them there.
That's a terrific turnaround from Collegians from a bit of a shaky start in the beginning of the season. It's just seemed to have clicked now. College has just got a lot of individual talent Collegians have had, which is it hasn't quite connected well. And right now, you just see a calm play, stolen line out, and then calm and Stu Nutt there. With the ball loose, he was just calm.
Great pressure through the line out. Yep. Just had eyes for the ball the whole time. Was very athletic and.
There's a bit of a specky, from something from over there. We might see
wrong oval
from the Bombers.
Yeah, he had eyes on the ball the whole time though, and controlled it, and it was an easy 5 points for him. He went down pretty much untouched.
And concerning, that's 2 shaky lineouts from Brighton now.
Yeah, and people will know I am one of Jaden Phillips' biggest fans. I've absolutely adored his work through the 2 seasons that we've seen him play, and his lineout is, a real feather in his cap. But
there was great pressure from College though.
Yeah, I don't think either of them are Jaden's fault.
No, there was 2 good jumpers.
The first one was fine. There's just no
halfback. Yep.
As Jenkins will
deep
hit the one deep. He called it and was told to go away by Evans. And they'll just exit. They're happy to exit.
Got excited. I thought he was lining up for the old-fashioned torpedo on that one.
Yeah, bring back the torpedo.
Oh, bring it back. Absolutely.
Should never have gone anywhere.
Oh. I love the torpedo. I remember watching Rob Andrew do it for the first time and thinking, oh my Lord, how'd you do that?
Yep.
And what happened there?
That's amazing.
They always roll end over end perfectly.
They do. Yeah.
You don't have to guess on them, do you?
Yep.
So the ball is coming from this near side, Plummer. But I was just talking about the fact that Satala really isn't playing a first receiver, first 5 role at the moment. They kind of are putting people in there depending on what they want to do. If Jack Jenkins will go in there and just take a run, and Plummer has been going in there and distributing.
Well, just another sloppy line
that's just not there, and man will work, and Evans floats it in front of Fleetwood Piper. Fleetwood Piper with a 2-on-1 to Rockaborough. Rockaborough puts the ball on the boot. Not could get his second of the game. He gives it inside. I did wonder whether he was in front.
Well, if he's picked it up and it's right, that's great refereeing.
I don't think we're going to get an angle. I don't think we'll get an angle from this one, but what I was about to say, and I've got to finish this point, we have got probably 2 of the best and classiest people who are kind of playing fullback in Alex Rockaborough for Collegians, Nathan Satala for Brighton.
Yep.
Absolutely no way of knowing. And that kick is about as good as it gets from Rockaborough, and it's not just in front of him. What are we coming back with? Scrum?
By choice?
Forward pass?
No, you get the choice on it.
Oh. On an offside.
Scrum or penalty.
Scrum or penalty where it landed?
Where it landed, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I would have. I mean, they could have kicked it out and had the line out where this scrum was.
They could have.
They've
seen their line out though.
Wow.
Very good, Red. Very good.
You can say that.
Is wisdom right there.
Yep. 3 dodgy line outs in a row. They're going to play the scrum.
It's all making sense now.
Ball goes in from Collier.
Solid scrum.
Collier attacks the line. Ooh.
Geez, you could almost penalise that.
I think
he's lucky. Chris Bartlett's to get away with that.
I know that they're hotter on it in 7s than they are, but it's definitely a penalty.
I feel like if that happened late in the game, in a close game, you'd penalise that straight up. That's a putting the hand out for a block.
You've got to have a realistic crack at the ball for it not to be a penalty these days.
I mean that's
the law.
Yeah, but in 7s it's a red card.
Yeah, but in 7s it's a lot more deliberate, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But
it would be a try every time in 7s. Yeah.
Another solid scrum by Brighton.
Certainly scrum parity at the moment.
Yuli off to Collier.
Collier just about Jenkins. Oh, Jenkins hit hard but manages to stay. Out to Tulawaki. What can he do? He'll manage to step inside. Gets away from man. Gets the offload away. They're away again. Hands are on.
Yep. Liam McDonough is on that. And has maybe turned
Messi.
it. No.
Has he turned it? Where is the ball?
Ball's still there.
Just about there. Collier has to go digging for it.
Whoa, old-fashioned rucking. Okay.
Yeah. And here we go. Rockaborough took some exception to Collier with the old-fashioned rucking. And I have to say...
Well, you've got to penalise that.
So do I.
Penalise rucking? No. If it's on the ball, it's still illegal.
But Down?
Down and back on the ball is still legal.
I think
if it's a forward motion, that's a card for me every day of the week.
Yeah, I know that he's just going to go and talk to the assistant referee. And I feel terrible because I remember his first name and his second name was just gone. Chris Comerow, thank you.
Did a great job in the first.
Terrible.
Yep.
Chris had the third grade.
Here we go. Here we look.
So we've got hands on ball.
So it should be a turnover. So it's turnover, turnover.
Turnover, and then we've got
Trying to get to the ball.
trying to get to the ball, just missed the ball. Got to the leg. But I think it's the angle that he goes at.
Oh, that's a ruck.
Golden. Brighton 9,
I have nothing.
Yeah.
I like
Brighton
rucking,
9.
but you can't ruck
Brighton
anymore.
9.
you can ruck. It's got to be on the ball.
We have the penalty from not rolling away. Number 9 has
He's going to pocket.
Yep.
on the player, on the ground.
He was turning back the clock a bit to the good old days where that's how you got people out of the way.
It's just
I think it should still be
yellow.
It'll speed up the game.
It did. Yep.
It always does. But
It always did. Yep.
Travis Collier will take a 10-minute rest on the naughty chair.
And I don't think that's a bad idea, because even if he just penalised that, and I think that just takes a little bit of the emotion out of this now, hopefully.
The ball's nowhere in sight for this.
He's nowhere near, and it's his own player as well.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's not. It's the old Coles one there.
It's a big red and blue leg.
Yeah, and Alex Rockaborough comes through and plays enforcer.
Might be able to show the old Wolverine mark that we haven't been able to show off for a while.
Comparing number 11s in the
plastics don't make the same marks.
comparing number 11s in the changing room after the game.
Back in the days, it was like if you came off the ground without your jersey to and you hadn't done enough work.
Exactly.
Man at the back. Then we get into Old Coles trying to get it going forward. Brighton have managed to pause it, but they're away.
Yeah, nice transfer.
Hello, Emil at the back. He is over the line. Can he get it down? Yes, he can. And Old Coles will push out again. And I tell you what, Old Coles are in this, because again, they come from everywhere.
That's extremely well done. That's actually something Collegians aren't well known for. So a little bit of an extra weapon to add to the repertoire here. Where
interesting tape job going on there.
Must have a split chin.
Yeah, gone with the old Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah,
that's nice and tight by College. Ball's transferred to the back. They readjust themselves. They set themselves, and then the call comes from the front, doesn't it?
And
the old 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
You could see from about still 3 metres out that it's going in for sure.
Yep, that's tight.
It's unstoppable,
Fraction high
isn't it?
though. Fraction high, anything out of it, but Brighton was splinting.
I think it's the first one Collegians have scored in a while.
That way?
Of a driving maul.
Yeah, no, they've obviously worked on it during the week, and it's paid off. From 5 metres out, it's just about unstoppable for any team. If you rally your troops around and you get yourself set, it's hard to stop.
So Rockaborough will look to tack on the extras from a wide angle, sets it away on it with his left foot.
Pushes it across the face. Yeah.
ARs turn their back on it.
Walk off.
Good line out from Old Collegians. They seem to have got their line out working. I was talking to Alex Rockaborough before the game, and he said for the first time in a long time they got 3 line out targets, which just makes them a little bit more dangerous. Now there has been a change. I don't quite know who they brought off, because Connor McCarthy has gone on. So that looks like
Connor McCarthy's gone on?
Yeah, I think just to give them half-back experience. You see Connor there, and I think that's the change there.
That's Judd Barrett off, and we've also got Cameron Field on in the 20 jersey. So we've replaced one out because we're half-backs missing.
I don't know. Yeah.
So it's a tactical sub for the Sinbin.
Yeah, I'm assuming what that is, but if you've got another change with I can't see who's come off.
I reckon that might be...
See whether you can find that out for us as Old Collegians again just start to build. There is Ebenezer Scrooge.
Tremaine Butler's off.
Works is on that. I wonder whether that's the shoulder just giving him too much problem.
Yeah, maybe, or...
just
had a little look.
Yeah. Heard the footsteps, Sam Evans.
It's unfortunate enough. The forwards have done a great work building that up.
Seeing whether Tremaine Butler's got any ice on, or...
Can't see him down there.
Might have gone in. It's not a great start for Brighton as far as personnel goes. And they have dropped one from the scrum as well, so see whether the parity continues. So McCarthy will go.
So Jack Butler's gone into the second row.
Who's come on, the 23, was the halfback for the reserve grade?
Yeah,
Connor McCarty,
so he's already played a game. Then out to Tulawaki. There's lots of room out there, and he steps away. Tulawaki for the corner. He will get there.
His favourite place in the corner.
Bravo.
That's just pure wheels, isn't it?
Yeah, and we talked about, I think one of the last times we were here, we talked about Liam McDonough versus Tulawaki, and Liam had an absolute day out defensively, and it's not an auspicious start for Liam McDonough.
Look, well, he rushes and he's going in and out on him, I think. One jag in, and then, just pure pace, really.
Yeah.
It was just straight around the outside.
Had he come across? Is that what caused Liam to be that far out of position?
Yeah, I think he was sitting behind the scrum.
I mean,
Joe started a long way in as well.
Yeah, you've got an extra flanker out there, though. There's no... Anyway. Hindsight is 2020. Hindsight is 2020. And Plummer will try and get one right from that far touchline. I think if I played on the same team as Tulawaki, I'd be practicing lots of kicks from the sideline.
Oh, Joel puts the hours in for his kicking.
Absolutely wonderful conditions again. The flags aren't moving.
Nope. And the weather looks like it's following the hills around. Goodness
Yeah,
us.
I think we're okay. Some blue skies starting to peek through away to my left. Sends it on its way. Doesn't look very pretty, but it might be good enough.
No, just under.
Just underneath. We don't have to look good. Just want them to get there.
Just got to go over that bar, don't they?
So Rockaborough will look to restart and give them a good contestable restart.
Nice high
Contestable it is. It's big and high, but Wood, with the assistance of Cook, deals with it. McCarty at the back to Satala, who was pointing somewhere else, but as per usual will turn it into something.
Cole's going to be careful there, yep.
Just too slow.
Ebenezer Scrooge just wanting too much time.
I think he might have struggled to get out of there.
Yeah, but they've got to get out.
I know that. An old referee used to say if it was a bomb, you'd get off it, son.
That's good.
Yeah, it's resonated for years and years and years.
Yeah, you'd roll away, wouldn't you?
You would.
So Satala clears out towards us into the car park. And we'll get a line up just around halfway, and Phillips it's that golf mentality now, short memory, forget the last one, just nail this one. I don't think they were ready. Oh my word.
So lucky.
Just like they drew it up on the training paddock. Into the hands of Brown.
Wow, so fortunate for Brighton there.
Oh, that was just messy play by Brighton.
It's just, that's not what you want to see from the black and yellow.
I think they're just rushing their line-outs, and there was a little bit of confusion there, but cool head prevailed from Logie Brown at the back saying, now throw it to me. And so we punched down another 25 metres and we're halfway between 22 try line.
I mean, again, we can almost use the same. Doesn't matter what it looks like as long as you get there.
Yeah, as long as you get it, but you can't keep playing a 1970 style line out.
That's
there
better.
We go.
Off the back to McCarty, to Satala. Flat ball into midfield. Big hit in midfield.
On field.
McCarty again. Over the 22. Better from McCarty, nice and quick. Outside to Yulee. To Cook. Cook will go, just put his head down. Now they're behind the gain line. I want to see McCarty go.
Yep.
Oh, got to come through the gate. Brown wants to go. Brown does go. Into the 5. McCarty to Cook. Cook will lower his head. Met by Dawes. Joined by Hosegood. McCarty again. Flat ball to Yulee. Good defensive line from Old Collegians. They called tackle or maul? They called tackle.
Jaden Phillips,
one way. Phillips will try and find a way. Loves scoring tries on broadcast games, does Phillips. Another penalty, not rolling away.
College are going to have to be careful in the red zone here. That's 3
Very
for not
true.
rolling away.
Yep. It's so hard. McCarthy wants to go, does go to Wood. High one from Rockaborough, but a technical high.
It's a hard high tackle on Ali Wood.
You've got to get up there, haven't you?
You do.
Someone's going to get a talking to now, and he's gone to pocket. Oh,
No.
has he?
Teapotting. Teapotting.
Just
hand on
checking
him.
where the zip is.
Yep.
Just checking
I think
where
it's
they
the
are.
right-hand
Yeah.
side.
Is Tim Dawes, who is the captain? Is it Timmy Dawes who's the captain today? Can't see
Here we
Just gotta watch it. Next one's going.
Can't see a note.
Next penalty.
Well,
Yeah,
he's talking to him as if he
Here's
is.
the warning.
We'll take it. Next one's going to go. Too many in the red zone.
So yeah, another penalty here.
Scrum.
It's-
Interesting.
I mean,
There's the man down.
Brighton back their scrum.
I mean, I put money on Ethan at the back at 8 there, having a pick and go.
You'd have to go right, wouldn't you?
And then
I mean, yeah, I
connecting
don't
up
look.
with Joe.
At this point now, Liam McDonough has to stay, or someone, and Rockaborough is staying on the outside of Tulawaki because they've got so much room for him out on that far side.
It's a big left-hand bluff here, I think.
Yeah, it's going right.
Yeah.
I'm a forward. I see scrums and I don't
Yeah.
even know what those people out the back do.
Oh, that's the
good
danger. It's
scrum.
come out. Here we go. Tulawaki versus Rockaborough. Tulawaki gets it away. Doesn't quite go to hand. Bouncing around. Plummer has to tidy it up, and he's absolutely rocked by Rockaborough. McCarthy to Wood. They have lost 20 metres. Brown. Oh, David Allo-Emily. Hands away.
Got to pay that.
There you go.
Owned that all day, didn't he?
David Allo-Emile. Absolutely rock solid. That is surviving the clean out, Steph.
That was that was solid over the ball. Had every right
Look,
to that.
Big,
Cooks on him
big
and-
clearance.
Oh, it's the next one here.
Must be the next one.
Yep.
Here he is.
Brown goes
You see
through.
the big,
Footy.
big
Big release.
clearance. There he is.
Ooh.
Cook cannot clean him out.
And Brown-
That is a strong base. But we did talk about it in the reserve grade game.
We
His
did.
hands go on, and then he allows the clean out to take the ball with him.
Hands went straight on the ball, and then he slipped off with one
Yeah.
hand. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a solid base.
So Collier
Collier back on.
makes his way back on. It'll be interesting if we see McCarthy come off. Oh, now we've got
Have we got a 15 on the field?
15 on the field. We've got two halfbacks.
who's come off?
Judd Barrett's still off. Oh, that's out.
That's
could
too
be too
big
much.
from Humphreys.
So
Have we?
So we see a reshuffle now, I would say, with Judd Barrett coming back on and
McCarthy going off.
no, not yet. Yep.
Pete Cross furiously counting away in front of us.
Yep, that's the transaction's been made.
Yeah, so like you say, a reshuffle. It looks like we're going to go to a four-man line. You know when you start shortening your line that it's not going as well as you want it to.
Oh no, it's one of their set plays. Their line out.
Nutt versus Satala. Good yardage. It's going to come that way again. Yulee tries to find a way around the outside. Runs into Simpson.
Yep. Got him.
It was a little bit unfortunate, that one.
Yeah.
For a player of his size, I mean, just straight hard running, and Yulee will probably make the game on every time.
So Rockaborough will look to just move them down. Again, like we said, no wind. Footing will be absolutely perfect. So I'm expecting a masterclass from Alex Rockaborough.
Yeah, lovely kick.
So back to parity on the as the players.
So Brighton survived the 10 minutes down to 14 though.
Allo-Emile will go with the lineup. Oh, Coles. Oof. Manages to keep him.
And again,
Off
the
they go
maul.
with the driving maul. Over the 20, well, towards the 22. Went a little bit early. They've splintered it.
As long as he gets out, could be a bit of trouble here. Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you always see when that maul sort of turns in on itself.
Yep.
It's always that.
Splinters off, and you look for the cheeky flankers standing at the back coming through and snipe on you. You know it's going to hit you when you're not least expecting it. But I think there was just a cheeky hand in there for Brighton.
So just outside the 5, around 7 metres to go.
They're going to go the down and drive again, Crossy.
I would think so.
I'd imagine so.
was worth 5 points
It'll be
last time.
I'm very interested to see if Brighton go up and challenge it or anticipate the drive.
Looking at that, they're just going to straight out defend.
If they straight out whack it, I think they'll do very well to defend it. Oh, okay. Too long.
Taking too long.
Jeez, you hate getting
wow. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad are watching Jack Jenkins from Townsville. Welcome.
Yeah.
Someone tell me.
Yeah. Reverse the penalty against number 9. Against number 9.
Oh, reverse penalty here. Could be. And
number 9 taking him off.
Oh,
Number 9.
microphone just cut out with the
and that's
important bit.
on Collier being penalised again.
Yeah. He's got to hold his head now.
Taking the player out.
Got to hold his head.
Goodness me. I mean,
That's an
for
interesting call.
unsportsman or foul play or whatever, that type of penalty for a second time, he's got to be real careful.
Tremaine Butler's mum said about time he got a haircut, and he is getting a bit chubby.
Oh,
Love that from a mum.
burn.
So Old Collegians scrum, about 7 metres out. Monfries will feed the ball into the scrum, nice and solid from Old Collegians. Out to Evans on the bounce, not really what they wanted. Then Fleetwood Piper tries to split two Brighton defenders, can't quite get there. Step and go.
Nut, and turned over.
Oh, turned over.
Oh,
Now we're
Cook
away.
on the wing.
Cook on the outside. What can he do? It's good covering defence.
And copped a high tackle for it too.
Arm is out. Brown tries to find a way through. Ball will go into touch eventually. High tackle. That was the old Geelong high tackle, though. I felt like he ducked down into it.
It's like we've seen rugby, we've seen the old seatbelt tackle, which used to be
pretty hard.
applauded, that style.
It's a pretty hard high tackle when Cook runs at about 2 feet off the ground.
I almost feel like there should never, ever be a high tackle up against Tulawaki, because his neck is at everybody else's waist height.
Brighton doing very well to get themselves out of this.
Yeah,
They're grinding meters. They're making hard work of it though.
First half has gone in the blink of an eye. It's wonderful movement as well from Old Collegians to try and counteract it. They're away again. Ordinary pass towards Yulee. He got man and ball. He's done well to get anything out of that one. Collier out to that far side to Simpson. Tackle is called. Collier again to Brown. Short ball to Yulee. Nice offload to Brown. Brown trying to work hard towards the 10-metre line. Gets there eventually. Collier to Satala. Satala has Phillips off the long run. Does well. Phillips gets down. Holds his feet long enough to allow his support to get there. Collier again. This time to Plummer. Plummer will send a flat one out to Jenkins. Now they're away again. Tulawaki against McDonough, gets away again. Now he's against Rockaberry, gets away. Tulawaki across the 22. Fleetwood Piper trying to come across. Can't get there. Tulawaki gets in second.
Unbelievable, really.
Great celebration at the end by Joe.
The talent, the Collegian backline knew what was on and could see it and put their damnedest effort in to cover it, and still just the deceptive running is just, Liam's thrown everything.
I don't even think Joe knows where he's going to run.
His ability to accelerate from a standing start is unbelievable. And his ability to change direction at full speed. And the best that Fleetwood Piper can do is make the conversion a little bit harder.
Yep. Shows him the sideline, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just shadows him out there.
And celebrating in front of the Kia Picanto. Doing my job for me. Thank you very much, Joe.
What a talent.
Happy days for Joe.
It is just, it's spitting. There's a rainbow away to our left side, on our right hand side. There's blue skies to our right. There's absolutely apocalyptic weather in front of us over the hills. We have got everything going on.
Oh, Red, we would have loved this in our third grade game.
Oh, it's pleasant,
did look
isn't
warm.
it? this is pleasant.
It did look warm.
So 10-all. 8.5. Well, 7 minutes to go.
And it's gone in the blink of an eye, and again the flags stay down, so we are all apiece.
to have had.
Just had a refreshment accident. That will probably have to stay in the can for a while, Steph.
Nicely dented beer can.
Yep, class. Ran out of rope.
It was an exciting try, Red. I understand, mate.
Obviously, with it being the Cooper's Premier Grade, there is no other beer than it is. The old purple can finding its way up to us. Wood does well. These restarts are going to be great fun to watch as well, aren't they? Satala
They are.
to Plummer. Out they go again.
Look out.
Jenkins, can they get a 2-on-1 with Tulawaki? Jenkins, that's the problem that Tulawaki calls. Now they've got a 2-on-1. He comes inside to Yuli. Great hands to Simpson. Simpson presses the loud pedal. Over he will go. And they have turned it round. As we get closer towards half-time, Brighton bite back, hit the front.
Just a great bit of interplay by the backs there and good support lines from Nick Simpson.
I genuinely thought he'd made the wrong choice at this point, Jenkins, when he came inside.
I mean, everyone's looking for that threat out on Joe's wing.
Yeah,
so it's
everyone's still sliding, pushing out for
it's
that wing,
just really good. I mean, Jenkins is a great ball runner, but you've got to watch Joe and put extra players on, so it opened up perfectly for him.
Yeah,
certainly did.
Give the finish a 6 out of 10 from Simpson.
Oh.
Just a 6. I think there's a little bit more work that can be done, but
Could have put it under the black dot.
he certainly could have. But you know, I'll give him that.
Yep.
Don't know whether Jack Groves is watching, but if he is, that's, you know, we're getting there with that one, Grovesy.
Oh, he could take lessons from anybody.
So Plummer to kick our first conversion of the day.
No.
He's pulled it.
He'll be wanting that scored under the post as well.
Yep. Just hooked it around to the left, didn't he?
This is a great full field try.
And that's what we like to see. And Simpson, off he goes, giving it the big one on the way, and then lies down. If he was playing sevens, he'd be asking for a sub now.
Rightly so.
So Rockaborough will restart again. They've got close on occasion, not this time. Little bit of a gap. Hands on from Old Collegians. That one doesn't survive the clean-up. Satala out the back to Plummer again, which is what kick-started the last one. Massive hit on Plummer and lost.
On. Chris Bartlett
getting his celebration.
He is
getting the pats on the back.
Accolades that deserves from his teammates, that one.
That is about as textbook as you can get.
Sinks the shoulder in right into the hips.
Nothing comes up over parallel and finishes.
Wonderful.
No, it's belly button focus and driven into the deck. That was a great tackle.
Because that was lining up not like a carbon copy of the last
It was,
breakout.
yep. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Roll it around the corner and keep going.
So Max Monfries will feed it in. Nice and settled again, man. Now we're out to Rockaborough. Rockaborough will fire it to Fleetwood Piper. Fleetwood Piper versus Ferguson. Beats Ferguson. Satala does well coming across. Monfries again. Man and ball.
Oh, hands in the ruck there.
Yeah,
very lucky.
Got away with it, I think. Monfries to Evans.
Ooh,
To Dawes, has a couple of bites at it, but finally gets it. Monfries again. Comes back this side now to Alo Emil. Standing and allowed the defence to come through. Man looks for a gap. Gets to the 22. Support is there. Monfries. Out this side to Dawes. Not sure he wanted it. Had to go and get it. Roll away is the call. Takes his time but does enough. Alo Emil again standing. Allows Wood to come and smash. Here we go. Evans tries to find his way outside. Does get outside eventually. Finds Furey. Again, they will go to that far side. Nutt versus Cook. Cook, the arm comes out. He's taking his time as well.
Way too slow on the roll out there.
And it's a quick tap and they're going.
Monfries to Man.
Oh. Goodness me.
Pulls the Drake on Travis Collier. Evans looks for some space inside. He's dealt with. Alo Emil looks for the soft underbelly behind the ruck. Gets dealt with eventually. Another little pick and go. Mumfries will have to go digging for it if he wants it. Gets it eventually. All the way out to Rockaborough on the bounce. Rockaborough, what can he do? Fires it out to Bartlett. Bartlett looks to take on Jenkins. Jenkins does well and takes him out of the game. Rockaborough with a pick and go. Mumfries again. Out to nobody, and Bartlett has to go and get it. The whistle comes
Penalty
eventually.
again.
Penalty.
Offside penalty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, picture in picture as we see Gary Mann absolutely steamroll Collier.
It's impressive defence from Brighton, but again, Old Collegians also really well just maintaining the ball. So they got up around 8-9 phases and got a penalty from it each time.
It is a thoroughly enthralling game of rugby so far. 15 points to 10.
That beauty of seeing good attack and good defence at the same time.
Both sides have been fantastic today for their both attack and defence. They've got through their sets and
To the back.
Oh, it just goes over the top and not has to tidy it up. Out they come again. Evans, short ball to Ferree. Gets through and into the 5. Here they go again, Mumfries.
No
He
obstruction
gets
there.
over the line.
obstruction.
Crossing.
Yeah.
The
Just
pod
as-
was just a bit too quick around the corner before Max had it.
Yep.
Mumfries.
There was just that player trying to get out of the way, wasn't it?
So the wind has seems to have picked up a little bit, and it seems to be.
It's come round.
I have no idea which way it's
Blowing
going,
easterly
but
now.
yeah, it's there enough that Satala had to take a little bit off it.
Now,
Oh, I know.
So-
Lovely
Yeah,
work.
so there's no weather coming our way at the moment. We're going to stay dry. Blue skies away to our left. Perfect for rugby.
and your rainbow's still there.
And the rainbow's still here. Anything better to do on a Saturday afternoon?
Out the back.
Pulled out the back again to Plummer, then fired across. Simpson, I don't think it was meant for him, but just stuck out a mitt and it stuck. Collier gives it to Satala. He'll come back to where he thinks the safety is, but still messy. Collier again.
Oh, great line.
Phillips drags doors with him. Collier, Jenkins, Wood, Ferguson.
Great shot.
Alan O'Neill read the book. He was invited and took it.
And turnover.
And the turnover.
Alan O'Neill have a go. Oh.
Here he goes, over the top to Mann. To Bartlett. Bartlett will look for space inside. Gets dragged down at the 22. Penalty, arm coming out. Ewley and Rockaborough.
Here we go. Enjoy this, everyone.
Oh, big shot
It's
from Alan
enormous.
O'Neill. I tell you what, though, Robbie Ferguson, that's
Nice.
some big heart.
He's tough as nails, Robbie Ferguson.
If you see that on the wide, you can see Alan O'Neill sees that coming
Yep.
before the pass is even
Classic.
given.
He was
Blindside
reading
shot.
that
Yeah.
before kickoff just about, wasn't he?
It's such a big hit. On the wide one, you see he's ready in tackle position before the pass is given.
Clean ball take.
Yeah, there they go to Hosegood. Great defence from Brighton, and it's meant that they've had to roll around, and Brad
Logan
Killick,
stopped on that, and he's got it.
penalty. Not releasing.
Logan Brown
Yeah.
straight in on that ball.
Geez, it's been wonderful rugby from both sides of the ball, attack and defence. That is absolute copybook.
Half time.
Well, that is half time. In the blink of an eye, but that's
Absolutely.
copybook defence when you've threatened with a catch and drive.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I really need a break. Going to have to take 5 minutes. We'll be back for half number 2. Brighton lead this one 15 points to 10 on the Wojtek scoreboard. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Old Collegians will get us going in the second half. It is interesting to see Old Collegians at half-time. I think it's the most animated I ever see Rob Smedley as a half-time team talk.
He's otherwise a very chilled dude.
He is, and then you get into half-time team talk.
Until he's on the field.
He changes, even when he well, now at the level he's playing at now. No, he's playing at reserve grade and third grade. Even then, he's quite laid back. But half-time, geez, let's go.
He has some passion.
No, we have it at training sometimes when if he's not happy with what he's seeing, he'll pull it up and let us hear about it.
Smith has always had a voice though, hasn't he?
We are off again. Wood rises.
Lovely take.
Takes it well.
That kickoff reception has been brilliant from Brighton.
Been a great little
and now out the back.
Battle within a battle today, and that's too much from Satala.
Nathan.
So we're going to come back. Just outside the 22, there'll be a lineup. Don't forget as well, ladies and gentlemen, we're not done after this one. The ladies are going to take the field. I don't know whether anyone's told you, Crossy, but you're hanging around for that one as well.
Am I now?
So it'll be the same team of 3 up here for that one.
Chat to my wife after the game.
No, she'll know. She'll hear through this. It'll be fun.
I'll write you a note, mate.
Old Collegians lineup.
Movement again. And
they go to the back. Had to work hard. Evans to Man. Man just straightens, runs at Simpson. Monfries. Excellent covering tackle from Hewley. On his own as well.
Yeah, he was off his feet.
Arm comes out. Not. Trying to find a little bit of a gap. Can't get it. They have the advantage. What can they do with it? What they do with it is find Evans and Rockaborough and Fleetwood Piper. Can't quite get there. Inside the 5. Monfries again. Allo Emile wasn't quite ready for it. Has to change and go. Runs it to Tyler. Does enough. Monfries again to Nutt. Out the back to Bartlett. Bartlett will just straighten. Again gets into the 5. Nutt. Evans. Finds McDonough.
Slightly isolated.
He's got just about enough time. Man. Tries to find a way through. Can't quite. Monfries will send it into the middle and find Siegfried. Monfries again. Now they've got space out here. Evans. Sure. Claire, and the arm is still out.
Gallant defence from Brighton, though.
Yep. Monfries goes again. Out to Dawes. Still inside that 5. Siegfried again. Just cannot get any further than this at the moment, Old Collegians. Not goes, not scores. Question from Collier whether he had a hand underneath it, but I think there was enough of that Rhino rugby ball on the grass for it to count.
They've done all the work for it. They deserve that try. That was great build-up. It was, 7-8 phases?
Yep.
Just relentless pressure. Brighton finally just ran out of the numbers.
Collier on
little mismatch there.
Yeah, there it is.
Bang on.
There's enough of the ball there.
Chalk.
Yeah. No matter how much Collier and Barrett try and get their hands underneath it, it's a try.
The pleading look from Travis Collier up at the referee.
Should just be more from Travis. Pleading why was I there?
Under it.
Yeah.
Why am I here, fellas?
So there has been a change in kicker. Rockaborough has lost the duties, and it's going to go to
Max Monfries.
So the Sam Evans fan is going to have to wait a little bit longer for Sam Evans to kick. It's going to go Monfries now. It's taking it back a fair old distance.
Fair old angle of the ball.
Sends it on its way and
pushed it. Straight across the face again.
Yeah, there's not. I mean,
sack the kickers, bring the forwards on for kicking.
Yeah, goal. Just no kicks.
Nope. You score it, you kick it.
You're quite a goal kicker, Red, aren't you?
I'm awesome.
Yeah.
I did like your kick today.
Thank you. It was a lefty too.
Well, it was something.
That was.
So Jenkins to restart, and we're all square again. 15 points apiece on the Wojtek scoreboard.
Thanks for bringing that up, Dave.
Just never going to let it go, was I?
No,
you did it right in front of me as well.
I know.
Monfries takes it and clears.
It's a really good box kick.
Yeah, it's a great exit.
It's the right time to do it.
Timmy Dawes asking Chris Cummerow to keep going.
As you would.
So Jaden Phillips and Old Coles have got to that line up quickly because they know that Brighton have had to change what they're doing. Ball comes back. Collier
Good contest in the end.
Into midfield, will miss out to Plummer, flat ball to Yuli. Yuli tries to get around the outside. Managed and just dragged down eventually by Faree. And stolen, but can't do that.
Yep, you've got to be on your feet.
It's the way Stuart Nutt plays.
Every player, though, that ball pops out like that, you're going to have a grab at it.
It's the way Stuart Nutt plays, you know.
Well, Stuart Nutt, he went and played grade rugby up in Sydney, so
Sydney Uni.
Certainly he'll be, he'll see it as a step down, but just got to play rugby, Stewie.
At the end of the day, he'll still be sore.
Yeah.
Boys, the boys out there, they put their heart and soul into it, throw their bodies on the line, and they play for sheep stations every week.
I absolutely adore this because old Collegians have worked out that Brighton are looking to go quick, so they're getting to lineouts as quick as they possibly can. Logan Brown will find Phillips. Phillips has to work in field, and it's stolen by Dawes. Tim Dawes will pick the pocket of Phillips. Monfries just sends it in, finds Killick. Monfries again. Evans to Bartlett. Bartlett comes back inside, looks for the safety of the big fellas, manages to shake away from a couple. Evans has to go and work and clean out. Then they will find Mann. Mann against Cook. Cook fares slightly better in that contact than Mann did. Then Monfries will look to box kick. Ferguson has to come and get it. It's going to find its way. Little bit of a knock on. Going to take the knock on.
It was quite messy in there, wasn't it?
It was.
It's players coming left, right and centre.
Here's a rip from Tim Dawes. He's got the levers up. One crank, two.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
just enough.
Jaden Phillips won't be happy with that.
I had a couple of bites at it as well. I'm absolutely adoring the games within games here. Like the line out battle as a whole is Brighton have realised that the normal line out's not working, so they've had to change, and all Collegians have had to adjust to that change, and that's just part of this game. It's been incredible.
The adaptation throughout the game for the reaction to each play and stuff from both sides has been great. Like it's been a contest, like you said, at every different facet of play.
Collier, now we're in midfield. Oh, just lost. Goes to ground. McDonough couldn't get it. Would have been interesting if it had gone to hand for McDonough. It's going to be a scrum.
Centre field, just short of halfway.
Tuluaki hits his hand in disgust because he thought he was away. Ferguson didn't want that. Thought he was a dummy runner. And if this goes to hand for McDonough, I think Plummer had enough of him.
Yeah, he was well tackled.
So it will be an old Collegian scrum. Monfries, they've sort of semi-split. Rockaborough is standing there. But all of the centres are over on this near side. So it's put them 2-on-2. Plummer can't quite go just yet. Now he can come this side. Ball
too much.
Inside, and Jenkins will take the gift that's given to him. Collier, Yuli to Cook. Simpson tries to get around Fleetwood Piper. Does. Fleetwood Piper gets him on the second time of asking. No half back there. Collier gets there eventually to Phillips. Phillips and Allo Emile will renew acquaintances. Collier to Brown. Brown with a little show and go, and then he's met by Hosegood. Collier again. Hands on this near side. Bartlett brings him down. Messi again. Little box kick. How does it work? It works okay. Tuluaki couldn't quite get there.
He might have
offside.
been in front.
Yeah, he was in front. I mean, it's hard to tell with Tuluaki because he's so quick. Normally when someone gets there that quick, you think they're definitely offside, but he's not offside, you know. Even on that one, you can just about see he's not offside.
Red, who was it at 20 who's standing in at 10?
Cameron Field.
There we go, Cameron
Played
Field.
reserve grade.
So is that?
He's first year senior this year.
Satala gone? No, Satala's at 10.
No, still at 10. He's on
so
for
he's
Butler.
on for Butler.
Yes.
But again,
okay.
It's kind of this total rugby thing that's happening with Rich Rosley. That back line has not been the same at any breakdown.
No.
Nope.
I like the Tinkerman. Someone was asking me at half time why Nakarawa wasn't playing, and I said, I've no idea. I can only assume it's just Richard Rosley.
I think he might be away.
No, he's here. I've seen him. Bartlett. And straight at Satala. Again, it takes a couple of yellow jerseys to bring him down. Out the back from Mann. First time that we've seen the royalty of Tregenza there. Fleetwood Piper puts the ball on the boot.
For Evans
is chasing. Field is after it. Field does well.
I think it was Ethan Yulee on the cover for that
Oh,
one.
it is Yulee. He doesn't look too dissimilar to Field.
Oh.
Not from where I am and with my glasses. Bouncing ball towards Phillips. Phillips and Aloe Emile continue their friendship. Collier. Told to use it.
Yeah,
Sides to box kick. Rockaborough with a huge shout. Takes it to Mann. Bounces it towards him. Mann to Fleetwood Piper. Steps inside. Manages to shake away. Collier does well and comes and gets him. Monfries comes this side to Nutt. To Killick. Killick knows his role. Just puts his head down and goes. Monfries again. Dawes, massive dummy from Dawes. Doesn't fool Collier, but they're away again. Siegfried gets the offload to Dawes. He's a little bit isolated. Just enough for time. Monfries to Rockaborough. Rockaborough puts the ball on the board. Rockaborough will get there first. Individual brilliance after patient team build-up. And Old Coles again hit the front.
That part of the try line is getting
some double cramp for Cam Field. They're being helped out by the college boys.
There is so much to do when this ball gets in the hands of Rockaborough.
Yep.
There is so much for him to do.
Lovely little deft kick,
and the weight of the kick is incredible. And then it's just about who wants it first.
Well done.
And Rockaborough wanted it first.
Absolute determination for the downward pressure, wasn't it?
We're seeing some brilliance on that part of the try line.
How was the kick though? Kick an egg-shaped ball, make it roll on the flat side.
Just unbelievable.
Couldn't do it again.
I wax lyrical about Alex Rockaborough and I get in trouble for it, but this is a man who played Super Rugby and played international rugby for Fiji, played for the Barbarians.
In Twickenham.
And you just see the class rise when it's important.
The class never leaves, it just gets a little bit slower, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
But yeah, it's still a phenomenal player. Just a rugby brain on him, isn't it? It's something you just can't take away.
And the trend continues. He'll pull that one across the face, and maybe Sam Evans will get the call up.
There's a confidence in the way I'm going to do this. He angles it in slightly as drift defence is coming across, which is
slides it off the outside
turn
of the
Robbie
boot,
out. And controls it with one hand.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I think it was the body mass just might have shunted Robbie out at the same time. Just great to see though. Just determination on the ball.
So Jenkins will restart us 15 points to 20 in a almost a Rocky type game. It's just punch, counter punch. Difference between this and a Rocky film is there's a little bit of defence in this one. Brighton will win the restart.
And no stairs.
Wood trying to find a way through.
That was the first untidy kick-off we've seen.
Collier to Satala to Field. Slows down a little bit. Collier to Phillips. Phillips takes on Campion and Aloe Emile and Phillips, who talk about class rising to the top. This young man is getting better and better every time we see him. Wood.
Buy him flowers, Dave.
No. Collier.
Oh, nice hit and spin by Judd Barrett.
Barrett will go. Collier again to Satala. Again, not much room for him to work with, and he's driven back.
Great defence, College.
Collier again to Simpson. Simpson takes on Nutt, and Nutt says no. Collier again. Collier trying to just reorganise and settle things down. Cook beats Campion. Killick has to come across and tidy up. Brown rolls around the corner. Collier again.
Through
the legs to Wood.
Easy as you like.
Oh, Wood hasn't stolen, but I think he might have been down. Yep.
No release.
It's such a close one.
Similar to the first half for Collegians, Brighton building up the phases, not quite going anywhere, but just after that sustained pressure, you get the result of a penalty and you can build it again.
Yep. You just work on the percentages, don't you? And you know, if you keep the pressure on, it's like any game of rugby. If you keep the pressure on, defence has to crack eventually, or you end up with a penalty.
Just take this moment while there's a couple of old Collegians playing, getting some running repairs. Just take this moment to say hello to Nick Day. I know he's watching over there in Perth. He does love a shout out, does Nick Day?
Nick Day's always after a shout out.
Yeah, so he'll get one.
He's always first to comment on everything.
He's enjoying the coverage. He does have an interesting take on the Satala versus Tulawaki battle. He is firmly in Camp Joe. Thinks that he's the best Fijian playing at Brighton at the moment. I think Nakarawa and Satala would both like to have discussion with him on that. But as long as one of the three is playing well, I think you'll be happy in the black and yellow.
The three of them together are a phenomenal force anyway. So the decision making between the three of them, it's like a subliminal thought that they just know where each other is. It's
just trying to see who's getting. Is that Bartlett getting the treatment?
I think so.
Holding his neck. Has there been a change
for Collegians?
There is going to be a change.
Will Sadler coming on.
Will Sadler with the retro boots.
No loss in class there.
We did. Someone gave me a price on eBay. They're about $270 on eBay at the moment. Those ones
for the red and blacks.
Yeah, but I mean that's
you know, buy 2 boots for that.
Well, I mean that's about the price you would pay nowadays for a decent set of boots.
I'll wait for the clearance sales myself.
Yeah, 2006 they're from.
Like
proper retro boots.
It's like Back to the Future, isn't it?
Goodness.
I know you'd be a boot connoisseur. You have the white boots.
I am. I've had quite a few colours, but that's what's left in the clearance bin.
Yeah.
Good driving maul from Brighton. Getting close. Brown almost got there. Absolute mess. Like
bodies
proper
everywhere.
Old school rugby. Travis Collier is going to have to avoid the temptation of trying to get the ball out with his foot.
He will not get his hands on that.
They're just edging closer and closer and closer. Collier this time goes over the back to Satala. Satala with a short ball. I think that was Yuli who went
Cameron
on.
Field.
Could be trouble here.
Cameron Field's got 20 on, mate.
Oh, Brown goes quick. Brown! Does he get it down? I don't think he does.
I don't think he does, and we could be still playing.
Are we still playing?
Wow.
We are.
Where is the ball?
There.
Oh, Monfrey says it charged down.
And a charge down is a great result, actually.
So
could be a 22
dropout.
I
was going to go and have a chat with Phil Jones over on that far side, because now correct me if I'm wrong, but over the line, over the line there is no offside.
No, they went over the line though.
No, so he is here,
but with the players on side to start.
Ball's over the line, so
doesn't look like it got down. Then it's
that's not down. So that's gone forward.
Maybe, but is it a knock on when you're over the line?
And we're coming back for
the 22.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to let. I don't think he's going to let Rockaborough go quickly. Tell you what, we've had some talking points today, haven't we? From a law point of view.
Well, get the books out. There's some study to be done.
Rockaborough just swings the left leg and it goes very, very deep. Oh, Simpson maybe lost it in something. I'm not quite sure what, but
the rainbow.
He's going to have to go, and Simpson does go. Looks for a gap between the two. Great carry on the offload, finds itself to Evans. McDonough, he just runs hard. Monfries out to this side. Faree finds a way through. Monfries again. Oh, Hosgood gets man and ball. Jeez, how he managed to slip out of that, God only knows. Monfries again to Dawes. Dawes gets man and ball again. Great defensive line speed from Brighton. Monfries again. Siegfried. Lots and lots going on over there. Monfries again, has to go digging for it. Penalty. Not releasing.
Well, that line speed is remarkable. From
great
Brighton.
day line, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was just off your haunches and attack the offence.
It does look like there's going to be some changes for Brighton coming up. There's 3 players
handed their cards in.
Yeah, handed their cards in. It's Reese Fishwick,
Andrew Brown.
So is this game 151 for Reese Fishwick?
For 151.
This is 151 for Reese Fishwick.
And 22 is Kieran Gold.
How many for Andrew Brown will it be?
Oh, 702.
No, not that many. He only plays A grade.
Well, we saw him today.
Oh, no, he played
rolled
second
back the reserve. Rolled back the years playing reserve grade today, did Andrew Brown.
Yep.
So the Brown brothers back on. Reese Fishwick will replace Captain Cook. Although I don't think he's captain this year, is he?
No, Nathan Satala's captain, isn't he?
So there is 3 changes.
Cameron Field off and Judd Barrett.
Well done to Cameron
So
Field
at least I
for his
don't have to
efforts.
make the same mistake between Field and Yuli again.
Correct.
Cameron will sleep well tonight.
So Nick Simpson looks like he's in the back line. Oh,
Messi and Campion gets hold of Brown. It's going to come back their way. Collier to Phillips. Takes on Nutt and Dawes. Dawes didn't manage to strip it that time. Collier again. There is Jenkins. Oh, it's Messi again.
What are we calling here?
Yeah, he called a tackle ball. Got to release the
Not
player.
rolling away.
Yeah, 7.
Collier again. Will stand over it, survey what he wants. And
Scrum
Satala
ball.
wanders over and asks for a scrum. Not a bad option.
Quite like how he gets ready for that quick tap while calling a scrum. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love those
2
old school
minds,
tricks.
isn't it? And it's just like,
Old school tricks, yeah.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do?
and I love it. You've got to have your halfback ready to go and do something. That's what we talked about in the reserve grade game. We just wanted to see McCarthy just be there and be ready and can pull the trigger if he needs to. That's what you want to see from your halfback.
Always on fire, isn't it?
Despite Travis Collier being very mean to me last week and telling me to get a haircut, I'm still full of praise for him. I did have a haircut for him as well.
Did you?
Yeah,
so Nick Simpson's gone
into
flank.
the centres, yeah.
He's into the centres.
So he's replaced Field and
great
Collegians
scrum.
get the scrum moving backwards. But here we go, out to Tulawaki. Gets away from McDonough. It's absolutely desperation. Like trying to catch a grease pig at a country fair. Out they go again. Brown.
Met well.
Dealt with rather easier than they dealt with Tulawaki. Collier. To Yuli. Straightens up.
Oh, lovely
Inside ball, the Gregan. We haven't seen it for a while, and Brown tries to find his way through. Penalty into the side, and I thought Hosgood had managed to get himself in a decent position. Collier, Phillips, Rockaborough will take Phillips.
Isolated.
Hands are on. Fleetwood Piper, big noise from the old Collegians, and the penalty goes Brighton's way. Collier again.
He's been held up by the ref. Can't take it quickly.
He wants to talk to somebody. See whether we can get in on this.
Tim, I got the call from my toucher that it was off. That's 2 main penalties again in this 22. The next one's going. All right, no more.
Had the warning.
Yeah, got the call from the assistant, and Alex Rockaborough is discussing it with it. Of all the people
coming in the side, I think is the call. Ooh, he's done all the show of the hands. I think.
No, I think he's saying Rockaborough was offside at the tap.
Okay.
That's what they're calling.
And your number 8's come in from the
Yeah,
side.
but he's not going to. I mean, he's never going to win. Chris Comerow, former police officer, current lawyer. You're not going to win.
He holds the flag. He's an AR. It's like arguing with the referee.
I mean, that's the holy trinity,
isn't it? You're just
AR,
never gonna
police
win.
officer, lawyer. Just give up, Alex.
Sell it all you can. Say good argument, but the call still stands. So
there's a
Ali Wood
discussion.
just changing a contact, I think.
A discussion with the old Collegians bench. Tom Hankey, still working as a pitchside reporter for us, it would appear. Just letting them know.
Microphone on the sideline.
They're asking for a review, but you don't review that. So I love it about sidelines. Completely one-eyed. And
it always is, though, isn't
eye
it?
patches should be mandatory on a bench, I reckon.
Ali Wood just changing a contact by the look of that. We'll just give him an eye patch as well.
I tried to wear contacts, and it generally took me about 6 hours to get them in the morning. I had to get up for work at 2 o'clock in the morning just to get my contact lenses in, so I didn't bother and just stuck with glasses.
I just refuse to be blind.
Sometimes it's better not to be able to see.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Phillips runs at Aloe Emile again, and this time Phillips will get towards the line, and Aloe Emile just does enough. He's not rolled.
not rolling.
He's pretty stuck though.
Yeah, but Brown! That time he'll get there. No question of that one.
So try scored on the 15-metre mark.
I tell you what, the difference today, I have a feeling the difference today is going to be one conversion.
There's been a lot of points left gone begging, actually.
Oh, yeah,
Both
there
teams,
has
maybe
been.
six for each team.
6?
8 for Collegians.
Good.
8 now.
8, and there's another 2 on offer.
Yep. But great constant pressure there from Brighton, just in that place, in that 10 metres out. So if it's a scrum or a line out, you just stay there until you get your points.
Jaden Fierce is fierce on a quick tap. Though.
Jaden Fierce.
Jaden is fierce.
All right, go with Jaden Fierce. I like
Jaden
it.
Fierce Phillips. It has a roll off the tongue, doesn't it? But loves a head up with the ball. His body height, just low, stable.
Oh, oh, really?
Hadn't moved.
Oh, take
There's the 2.
a bow. Joel Plummer,
The Iceman.
absolutely cool and calm under pressure.
The cucumber.
Did not change any focus. That is genuinely one of the most impressive things I've seen from a kicker.
After seeing some red socks jump over his
Wow.
ball. Yep.
It's like the charge down of a penalty, isn't it?
And 2 points the difference. Wood. Oh, met by Dawes. Satala out the back to Plummer to Jenkins. Jenkins steps back inside, beats a couple. Finally mopped up by Fleetwood Piper. Collier to Satala. Brown thought about
Oh,
it. Now
trouble.
gives it. Now they're away. They've got numbers. Fishwick out on that far side. Has Ferguson. Gets Ferguson. Siegfried comes across.
Chucks him.
Great covering tackle by
Touch was his
Siegfried.
friend.
Rockefeller
taken.
goes to McDonough. Thinking about just getting rid. They do. Have they found a gap?
Trouble,
They
though.
might have caused themselves all sorts of trouble. Doesn't go to hand. Can he keep it in? He does. Tulawaki versus McDonough. Oh, he beats McDonough. Beats the second one. Beats the third. Still going. Rockaborough manages to get hold of him. The excitement machine that is Tulawaki finally brought down in Brighton's half. Away they go again. Brown to Brown. Collier sends it out to Yulee. Plummer, Phillips. They're going again. Fishwick again on that far side. He's dealt with. He's got to roll away. Arm comes out. It's too many. That's Sadler. Plummer. Towards short ball to Simpson. Collier is there again. Decides to go again to the far side to Yulee. Yulee working hard. Collier gets shoved into the ruck by Dawes. Play on, it's all fun. Satala has to reach for it, does reach for it, little show and go. Gets the offload away. Plummer will knock it on. We're going to go back all the way for the penalty. Oh,
So yeah, catching my breath, still just this. This is just right on our sideline here.
it's this.
Just hold your
his
breath.
change of direction. He has McDonough flapping at air.
Then skins on
Inside
back on the inside.
Monfries, and then
Inside, outside,
Allo
inside,
O'Neill
outside,
is in a
inside.
different postcode.
And-
Finally, Rockaborough gets him.
Oh, if it wasn't for Rockaborough on a couple of occasions,
Oh,
it's the only one who seems to be able to track him well enough.
again, if you see that on the wide, David Allo O'Neill is literally turned around and he's 15 metres away from him. So Phillips.
It's a 15-metre sidestep, so
Oh, it's unbelievable. Not straight. That's the first one you can probably pin on Phillips.
yep, that was all Jaden. No other
No, you
influences.
can't
There
blame-
is
no,
no
there's
wind.
no wind.
No, none to speak. Well, it's directly behind him, if anything.
Well, the flags are just straight
Just
down everywhere that I
lovely.
can see. So,
Certainly the weatherman got it wrong today.
well, yeah. I was told this morning that it was going to be 17 and raining and thunder.
Yep.
Well,
Glad it's not.
there's thunder out there.
It's just nowhere near us.
Yeah. Well, on the field, there's plenty.
Oh,
Look at that.
I tell you what, you are growing into this
I
role,
know.
Steph.
I've learned from your playbook, Dave.
Just say stuff and sometimes it
It
falls.
rolls, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Look
Rolling
for the puns.
thunder.
Wait the moment. Play
Yeah,
the pun. Yeah.
Exactly.
And you
Dad
just
jokes are coming
you
next.
said full field try before, and I was very disappointed in you, Pete. Just
I know,
going
mate.
with the old full
Yep.
field try. You have a catchphrase. People expect it, Pete.
It lacked the taters and toast.
Oh, Pete.
Taters and toast. Is that an actual thing?
Of course it is.
You eat potatoes and toast?
Yeah, I think.
Why not?
I suppose. It's like just a posh chip butty, isn't it?
Yes. How good are they, though?
I love chip butties.
Oh, number one.
So it'll be an old Collegians scrum inside the 22, so they can exit if they want to.
10 minutes to go. They're 2 points in it.
Oh, Brighton getting them to move a little bit, so it's not as settled as they want it. Monfries will find Fleetwood Piper. He'll just put the head down and go forward. Bit of a loose carry, does well enough. Monfries again, out to Hosegood.
Just lacking support runners. There's only one clean out there.
Yeah.
And see, trouble.
Done enough though. Well, Emil definitely did. Won that one, and Sam Evans.
It's just a little bit of indecision there by College. They'll be kicking themselves for it. But just see the look of disappointment, can't you? It's just like, ah.
There was one good carry and just not well set up for that next phase.
It's just ran past their support, I think.
Tristan Kutzer. Why is he not around, actually?
Injury.
He wanted a shout out.
Knee.
All you have to do is ask.
Did I miss what's going on with Drewsy's hair?
Oh, let's not talk about that. Well, it is mullet for men's health, though.
I would grow a mega mullet.
Anyway,
we're away again in Ewley, just with the little show we go. Again, slow to roll away, old Collegians, and they've got away with it this time. Collier.
Kieran Goal making
We'll
yards.
get there. Collier again at the back, has Phillips as an option. And he uses Phillips as the option.
Big
Phillips is met well. Just trying to see who that was. I think it was Killick. Good line from Fishwick.
Oh, and there's an arm out as well.
Is it a
advantage for offside? I think the call was.
And it's another one. And he did say next one in the 22 goes. So we'll see whether he keeps his word. And good line, good tackle. Oh, the breakdown has been absolutely tremendous today.
Yep.
Penalty.
And double blow.
Yeah, stop the clock. Someone's going. And this is the point that you just have to hope that it's not somebody who's pivotal. Like it's not your halfback or your first five.
I think at this stage of the game, everyone's pivotal.
That's true.
Yeah. Defence from 1 to 15 across the board on both sides.
So true.
So who is it? Who's he gone? Gone Gary.
Tim Dawes. Captain.
Was he just fallen on the sword there?
He may have actually. But
I think it was. He was slow on the roll.
There was a handful of people probably in absolute desperation in defence.
So that's it. That's going to be it. That is Old Cole's a player down for the rest of the game. May as well have been a straight red card.
Interesting, if they call a scrum, they'll have to put a replacement
Well, what
player
have they got?
on.
They've got Benny Blackall, who played very well.
I think Gary Mann here is coming
Gary
off.
Mann's going to change. Benny Blackall will go in. Has played a game of reserves already. No. Oh, Stewie Knott is going to go into 2.
He can, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's almost like Chelsea in the League Cup final where they wanted to substitute the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper said, no, not today. I'm not coming off. Stewie Knott taking control from the middle of the field. I like it.
Radio silence from us on that soccer reference.
Yeah. Sorry, Dave.
But sounded like a ripper, Dave.
Yeah.
It was controversial at the time.
It was.
Oh, so you do know, Red. You're just being mean.
Controversial. Somebody having an opinion in soccer.
Oh, that's a great
Simpson
line.
can't quite get there. No, we'll go Brown. Brown trying to find his way. Gets there. Yes, he does.
There is the celebration.
And Mazorsko Rugby Stadium explodes away to our right.
Immediate result from the yellow card. Just determination. There's not anything really, but just a great hard line into that.
Simpson is in if it's not for Evans. Great tackle from Evans. The ball comes loose and Brown, and he was not going to be stopped.
That's just determination,
rolling
isn't it?
back the years.
And yes,
there it is.
Referee in a perfect position.
So,
valiant effort though.
7 points the difference with the kick to come. This could make all the difference.
There's that haircut from Andrew Brown.
It is
average.
The low mullet.
Yeah, the old man mullet.
Like the faux hawk.
The bro
Another
hawk.
version of the faux hawk, the short trimmed mo.
So Plummer will set himself to add the extras and really make a big difference.
2 score.
He does, and now they do have to score twice to get their noses in front. Blackhall's going to come now.
6 minutes to go.
Who's coming off for Blackhall?
Aloe Emil's come
Aloe
off.
Emil's come off.
Limping slightly. He's had a
I
blind
think that's a
game.
cramp that Aloe Emil's got.
I think it's probably from one of the 500 tackles or the 47,000 hit-ups that he's had today.
We've had,
This has
had a
been
massive game.
I tell you what, I was thinking before we did this one that this potentially could be a grand final preview. In fact, the games that we've got for the next 2 weeks
Are
are
all
potentially
grand
grand final previews. And I tell you, if we have a grand final like this one, sign me up.
we've had Max Montfrey's come off as well, so it'll be interesting who
First time he makes a mistake. Pounced on.
I think you'll
Knocked
find
on by Stewie Nutt, so they'll take the first knock on from Ali Wood.
Had a little look up to see who was coming.
What have we got? 5 minutes to go. So if you're old Collegians, you want to score from this and then go. Rockaborough has gone into halfback. Who's gone to fullback? Oh no, they're a man down, so they're playing without a fullback?
Yes.
Sadler in at 10.
He will cover though.
And that's a change at 17. I think that's Litchfield. So there's 2 first fives there.
No, I think Sadler's sitting back in the pocket
Yeah,
a
but
bit.
you've got Litchfield who's come on, so
He's
he's
hit Litchfield.
yeah, so he played first 5 in the reserve grade game. They've gone far side. Rockaborough looks inside, goes inside, just doesn't go to hand.
Turnover.
Who's that? Collier gets an important
Turnover again.
Yeah, and it's going to come back their way. Advantage for the scrum. Nutt puts his head down, takes on Wood. There's a Brighton player who's rolled directly into the way.
Yeah. It's Kieran Goal.
Kick
We're going across
the field. Tulawaki will take it. It's safe though because it's coming back. Fleetwood Piper probably quite pleased, but did enough.
He had him covered all day.
I'll tell you what, that's a decent leg from Fleetwood Piper as well. So Rockaborough, it's a penalty. I tell you, I think that was Fishwick. Or was it Kieran Goal?
It was Kieran Goal.
That he's lucky, because that is about as cynical as you can get.
He was trying to get out of there. He was trapped. I think he was being assisted by the college players.
I think we're going to agree to disagree on that one. That was about as cynical as I've ever seen from a back rower.
There's nothing cynical about it. He's a good young player that doesn't know cynicism yet.
Well, I'm sure he does.
So we've killed a bit of time with retrieving a footy.
Although he is a 7.
There will be a little bit of time on. There's been a couple of stoppages. So we are 4 minutes plus red time. 29 points to 20. Old Collegians really running out of time because they need to get on the board and then go and win the next kickoff. Here we go off the top. Rockaborough, Litchfield. Litchfield will find Man. Man tries to straighten. Again, it's the number of Brighton players it takes to stop these old Coles runners. Rockaborough, Litchfield. Litchfield will straighten. Just paused before moving again. Blackhall takes on Simpson. Simpson has 2 bites of him, but gets enough of it. Rockaborough, not. Shot ball! Farid, can he get there? Gets the offload away. Early tackle? No. Knock on. That's certainly going to be the argument. Brighton now will just want to take the time. Run down the clock. Clock management for Brighton now. Plummer sits directly behind. They're away. Ferguson on the bounce. Ferguson just puts it on the boot. Sadler is there. Has to wait for it to bounce. It takes a couple of horrible ones and allows Brighton to get there. Then Sadler will hoist it into the night sky. Satala is underneath it. Satala loses it forward.
And we're playing on.
We are playing on. Rockaborough sees something he likes.
Come back for the scrum.
Throws it into the offside, so we'll come back for the
frantic pace.
That line, lovely from Faree.
Is this early on Stuart Nutt? Because he gets the offload away, does Faree? Just a blind one? No, he's not.
Just
needed. Not there. Just die with it, Faree.
Oh, if the pass had gone to hand, that was a 5-pointer for all money.
Well, I tell you what, I'm about to send a text message, and after the girls can kick off at 8 o'clock because I need a rest.
We've got a lovely standing station here. She's used to sitting down in the job.
Just die with it, but then again, he is slightly isolated.
Yeah,
Simpson,
there was the call there.
Yeah, Simpson did enough just to be an obstruction.
Didn't play the player though. He went for the ball.
Both of these teams will know that they've been in a game tomorrow morning.
We're just about in referee's time as well.
We are getting there, and just that amount of time that it's taken them, I mean, the best thing that they can hope now is to get a bonus point out of this, you would think.
College aren't going to lie down easy for it.
No,
Great
they're not
scrum,
at all.
though.
Here we go. They got the 4 points, the 4 try bonus point. They need the less than 7 bonus points as well. Fired out to McDonough. McDonough just puts his head down and goes straight. Little pop off to Faree. Litchfield will take over. Rockaborough is there. Finds Hosegood. Rockaborough again. Finds Man. Man to Nutt. There's nobody outside of Nutt other than the forwards.
Well, they all got in front of him as well, so had to take the
Had
tackle.
nothing. Now they will go to Litchfield again. Litchfield to Faree. Faree gets his hands away to Sadler. Sadler had to get that. Tulawaki just about.
He was gone for all money if he got hands on that.
Flat ball again to Campion. Throws it at Blackhall and the knock on. And we are in referee's time.
Great patience.
Scrum called.
Great patience from Brighton. They
Blackhall
knew.
did everything he could to say he didn't want it.
Go over my head, please. But just defensive patience. They knew that Collegians needed to spread it, needed to create something.
This is the ball. The offload out the back, and Sadler had to win that.
Both had eyes for the ball, didn't they?
Well, if you wanted to win a scrum against the head with 7 players, this is it. This is everything you've got. Because you think this is ball game.
They're playing without a number 8, so...
Oh, free kick. And they're away. Nice little show and go from Hewley.
Oh,
Another knock on. And all Collegians are going to get another bite of the cherry. Well, they get the choice. They do get the choice, and they're away. Sadler steps in and out.
taken by Phillips.
Actually, do they get the choice?
They do.
Nobody kicked it out. The knock on and then kicked it out. I don't think they got a choice.
It was touched by an AR as well.
I don't think they, anyway, off we go. Blackhall, that time he was ready for it. Controversy, piled on controversy here.
We're the only ones making it controversial. Dave.
Oh, well, that's what I get paid for. Here we go. Litchfield looks for a gap. He is isolated. Does enough.
Brighton just standing off in defence here.
Brighton are just not committing to the breakdown.
Yeah.
Not. Blackhall again. Finds Fleetwood Piper. Fleetwood Piper decides to hold on. Keeps it. Has Wood got hands on? Yes, he does, and it's turned over. Logan Brown. It's controlled at the back. Plummer will stand over it. Phillips. Brown again. He'll be asking the question, how long? Next breakdown is what they want to hear. Jenkins inside, over the top to Satala. Little show and go from Satala. Has Simpson coming up on the outside. Has Tulawaki outside. That decides to hold on and keep going straight. They've still got numbers here if they can get going. Collier wants a show and go.
Both sides open.
Satala's going to have to go in and play halfback. Got Brown at first receiver. Started his run. Little kick over the top. Great take
Atkins
by Atkins. Then out the back to McDonough. McDonough trying to find some room. Tries to duck through and get them going again. Old Collegians, have they got anything left? Not. Out this side. Oh, Nutt with a lovely show and go. He's inside. Then Nutt puts the ball on. Faree is after it. Ferguson comes across. Ferguson's going to get there. Ferguson loses it. Picked up by Yulee. Yulee's offside.
Yulee was offside.
It's in front of it. It's like the opening scenes of Saving Private Ryan. There's people all over the floor. We're off again. There's space. Gets it out the back. Just a little bit too much. Sadler again has to throw himself on the grenade.
Body on the line, wasn't it?
Tim Dawes sends it out this side. Sadler gets it to Litchfield. Litchfield will straighten. Litchfield will lose it.
That could be it.
That could be it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. And if that is a preview for the 2020 Grand Final, we will take it right now.
How was the passion by both sides, though? Some phenomenal phases put together.
So Brighton go top.
Just outstanding, beautiful defensive display at the end. Just a clinic in defence to hold out Collegians. An enthralling game.
So
Speechless.
ladies and gentlemen, Brighton will win this one, 29 points to 20 on the Wojtek scoreboard at Resource Co. Rugby Stadium. I'm going to jump out of this one early because we do need to get ready for the ladies' game. And we will be back very shortly for Old Collegians taking on Brighton in their home patch.